how I will look at myself when I look in the mirror if my whole breast is removed, how my partner will look at me, and how the society will look at me. In your experience, you have talked about how the society will look at me. That is one thing that was very. Was you looking at yourself ever a concern?
My first the priority was my health should be all right.
Yes,
If at
yes.
that time that gets removed just so that your health stays good, I was okay with that.
You had told me an interesting story about spiritual belief in taking chemotherapy and alternative medicines with Bhagwan Shankar in the picture. Tell me more about it.
Was told that chemotherapy is basically to make जहर ले रहे हो अपने बॉडी में. See, even शिवजी, लॉर्ड शिवजी, जब वो मंथन हुआ था उस टाइम पे उन्होंने पूरा सागर मंथन था, उस टाइम पे उन्होंने पूरा जहर अपने इसमें ये किया था. That made him stronger and like he's worshipped for that. And let me tell you, chemotherapy is not जहर, ठीक है, वरना डॉक्टर्स हमें रेकमेंड ही नहीं करते थे. So it's a medicine for you.
So, these are two very important questions. One is cancer, whether it is contagious or not. And the other is whether it is genetic, running in family, whether my blood relatives and children will have it, and who is that person because of which I am having it. The first most important thing is that of all the breast cancers, only 5 to 10% are actually family history related or hereditary. Okay? Rest 90 to 95% are not. So, Radhika, let's come to your journey about surgery. And I have a lot of questions what patients are thinking about. The first thing I will ask you is you first started with your chemotherapy, right? You were coming to me for consultations and guidance, but we had not decided the small things related to your surgery till then. The surgery was planned for a later date. So when we actually sat together to decide about your surgery, I remember your father telling me, "Sir, what do you think the good hospital is? Where are better services? If you tell us, or if we decide we can go to Mumbai, Pune, anywhere, but Radhika has told us that she wants to get operated from you. So you tell us that if you are doing surgery, we trust you. But what about the supporting armamentarium and everything?" So supporting armamentarium is one thing, but that decision to, you have confusions, you have second thoughts, you have people telling you कि हाँ अभी chemotherapy अच्छे से हो गया, आप यहाँ जाके operate करवा लो, वहाँ जाके, all those things. So you as a decision maker, your family supporting you as that ecosystem of decision making, and then thoughts coming from beyond that. How did you deal with this?
Okay, so like I said, family and friends were a very big support system for me. जब outsiders, I should say, जब approach करते थे, so it used to get filtered kind of मेरे पास आने तक के.
Okay.
But there were like you said, there were many opinions इस चीज के लिए कि इवन अब्रॉड जाने तक का भी सजेशन आने वाला है. गो टू मुंबई, गो टू दिल्ली, वहाँ पे ये हॉस्पिटल्स है, वहाँ का स्टाफ एंड बाकी सब कुछ, सो यू विल गेट अ बेटर, ये क्यों रिस्क लेना यहाँ पे ये करके. सो देन द आई शुड से द एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आपको क्या डायरेक्शन मिलता है लोगों के पास से, दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. एंड what choice you make out of it is like a big thing out of it. So मेरे लिए जब पूरे केमो के जर्नी में I used to consult you and like a bit in that is कि whenever I used to meet you, say my अगर ये is 50% energy, and I meet you, I used to come out like 80-90%, so I used to get more energized. So that much trust I had in you, and like the faith I had in you. And faith is like something you don't question, like it's just
or you
faith.
Can't explain.
Yeah,
Sometimes
can't explain it, it's just there. सो जब सर्जरी का बात आया, डेफिनेटली देवर ओपिनियंस कि बाहर जाके कर लो, ये सर्जरी इज अ क्रूशियल पार्ट. एट दैट टाइम जब हमें कुछ समझता नहीं है, सो वी go with the thing we have faith upon. So in my mind it was clear कि मुझे अभी तक जिन्होंने मेरा ये किया, पूरा साथ दिया, मुझे डायरेक्शन दिया, they supported me. So there's like no second question for me उस चीज के लिए कि I should go somewhere else and do the surgery part.
Right, right.
And with this decision, जैसे पहले बाकी सब चीजों के लिए family took an outfront जहाँ पे मैं नहीं कर पाती थी, यहाँ पे they saw me कि I am very firm with this and the direction was pretty right. So they were like wholly fully supporting me, even my husband कि okay, if you feel this way, if you लगता है तुम्हें कि डॉक्टर तोंडारे के पास में करना चाहिए, we'll go with that. No second
Right.
questions asked.
Okay, so there was a lot of filtering that was happening of the questions or suggestions, because it is a slightly difficult thing, because as I said, we don't talk about the disease much. People have half knowledge, but their intentions are not always wrong. They are trying to help you in some or other way, but sometimes it may not have a base, or there is a fear of pushing you into the wrong direction, and that's why filtering those decisions or filtering those suggestions becomes very important. I have also had some of the patients or relatives telling me that we just avoided telling people because we had put trust on this system, this decision. We did not want that getting altered. I have had a patient who was undergoing surgery tomorrow, and one day before, another oncologist was telling that I think you should check with your decision whether you really want to do this surgery. The other type of surgery is good. All those things. So the patient's husband told those people, the oncologist himself, that see, our decision is made. We don't want to change it now. We want to make that decision right. So it is very important. Decision making in oncology is very important. One thing I wanted to ask you specifically was, you found a lump. Okay, you must have had a lot of differential diagnosis, like a doctor has in your mind, that it can be this, it can be that, kuch lag gaya hoga, वगैरह वगैरह. Whom did you call first?
Okay. So I think it was in between my pregnancy period. I was just having a bath and kabhi nahi wo us din I was just doing a self examination. Kabhi nahi था, like that was the first time I did. And उसमें I felt something in my right breast and was like I checked it again कि is this real, like क्या है ये, and I came out. So frankly the first thing which came, again the worst case scenario, risk analysis चालू हो गया था. So what if it turns out to be cancer, and cancer is equal to अब तेरी लाइफ खत्म, मतलब अगर कैंसर रहा तो फिर इट्स ऑल डन. my husband चले गए थे काम के लिए. I called him up. I called him twice, then he picked up and he's like क्या हो गया, and I was crying. थोड़ा बीबी voice था मेरा. It's like मुझे एक ऐसा I felt a lump near in my right breast and I'm just scared what it could be. Is it like just एक कुछ fibroid infection कुछ हुआ है? What if it is cancer? It's like why are you thinking in that direction? Like I don't know, it sounds scary. Lump से कुछ गांठ है तो फिर that things comes in your mind कि
Yes.
oh cancer है क्या. And then I was like फिर जोर से रोना चालू हो गया kind of मेरा फोन पे. I got very emotional and then I was like अगर मेरा कैंसर निकला तो फिर उस टाइम पे I'll make the best use of my time that I have. जितने मेरे ड्रीम्स रह गए हैं मुझे ये करना है, I'll complete all of that and God please give the best out of this, मतलब whatever it is. So it was that
Right.
way. So first I called him, scared to call mom dad either side
I know.
because first of thing they are far away, like we used to stay around 400 kilometers away from them, so they get very worried. So yeah.
But between you finding a lump and you calling Neeraj and sharing all these things, and till you actually know what it is, were there any other possibilities told to you? नहीं ये तो होता ही है, या it must be this, it must be that. What were the things told to you?
Okay, so I consulted my gynec also, and like I said, it's pretty much ye ki maybe these two things don't coexist. So I did get a diagnosis from my gynec, and she was like, it appears to be a fibroid गांठ, जो दूध की गांठ होती है, जो प्रेगनेंसी में जनरली एक्सपेक्टेड रहती है, होती है. So it comes and it goes off. So you know, ऐसे कैंसर का जर्नी, लाइक डायग्नोसिस के बाद से जो जर्नी स्टार्ट हुआ, सो इट साउंड्स स्कैरी एंड मोर ऑफ दैट, जैसे वो स्प्रेड होती है न्यूज, दैट इज लाइक अनदर थिंग. मतलब चाइनीज विस्पर, तुम ए बोलोगे जेड जाएगा. तो आई डिसाइडेड कि आई जस्ट टेल माई सेल्फ, मैं खुद ही बताऊंगी टू माई क्लोज पीपल. So for me, cancer diagnosis was, I can say, it's a manifestation for me. कि जब I knew कि वो lump है अंदर, so I used to pray that, and with the baby thing, you wake up early, मतलब तुम सोते नहीं हो generally, so I used to wake up at 4, and that's a very good time to manifest and that
Pray,
sort of thing,
yeah.
pray. So I used to pray कि मेरा ये हो जाए, क्या बोलते हैं, ये गांठ पूरी तरह से गायब हो जाए, बंद जाए, and I get all healthy. I used to pray that way, and then suddenly one day it started paining, and with the pain, I had heard, कि कैंसर की गांठ कभी दुखती नहीं है. So there was another thing, नहीं ये कैंसर की गांठ ये नहीं हो सकती, वो पेन नहीं करती है. So my diagnosis came that way कि the lump started paining extremely out of blue one day, and so I feel कि इस stage पे भी detect होना, that is a kind of manifestation, क्योंकि that got diagnosed a bit early, and then we started with, I met you, and then आगे का पूरा treatment lined up रहना, going with time. So
Right. This is a very typical thought process, I would say. A few things that I would like to bring out is, uh, I don't understand what doodh ki ghat is. Being a breast surgeon for such a long time, there is nothing called doodh ki ghat. Most of the women, especially of younger age like you, get something called fibroadenoma, which is the benign lump. The second thing is, while pregnancy or breastfeeding, there can be some lumps which are called galactosele, where milk gets accumulated at one place and it feels like lump. You know, but and this I'm specifically talking about non-medicos, where दूध की गांठ, साधी गांठ या pregnancy वाली गांठ, this is more than a diagnosis, just a wishful thinking. And nobody is telling you that this is this, don't do anything about it. They're saying aisa hi hoga. It's like a wishful thinking. And then it skips your doctor consultation. So that is something we need to really take out from this society, that oh, it is not like this, we have to get every lump checked.
very true.
Right? Yeah. That is one thing. The second thing you heard and knew was absolutely right, that cancerous lumps don't cause pain. They are pain free. But that is true for the early stages. At later stages, there can be two possibilities. Either there is a lot of inflammation around it because your body's immunity is trying to contain it. That can sometimes cause pain. Or it has engulfed surrounding structures like muscles, bones, or nerves, and that starts causing pain. But in early stage, uh, cancers are pain free. They don't cause pain, and that is another reason why patients come late. It's not paining me, why should I go and get it checked? That's a simple thing. If I have a broken nail but it is not paining, I will ignore it.
Yeah.
The same thing happens with a breast lump, and that's why that awareness is important. If tomorrow somebody tells me that you having a broken nail is a sign of cancer, I will get it checked, and that is how I think it should come out. So we are coming towards Now I want to understand your mindset as far as surgery goes. So we'll start from here. Were you scared that your whole breast will be removed?
Initially, I was like, the whole breast is removed. So, the identity, like personally on my level, I was more of scared that people will start looking at me in a very different way if the breast gets removed. So if I say कि breast remove हुआ, my health is good na, then I'm okay with the removal of breast also.
Right, right.
It might aesthetically it might look कि यार लड़कियों को रहता है, women do have it, you don't, but my health is good na, so that will be my first priority. But the second thing that will come in mind is how will people look at you. um, when during the first chemoport surgery, some of the well wishers came to meet, and one of them, they came in and they were like, "Ah, कितना बुरा हुआ है ऐसे." So I can't express and I can't, enact the way the expression that they gave, but it felt like ki I went on some war, and because of me, the entire country or entire unit got lost. We failed. So I thought I did some kind of crime कि मुझे ये हुआ है. I still remember that look. So that is like पूरे ये journey में, that is the worst moment I can say. The way
And the
they looked
problem
at
is,
me.
you can't tell them off.
No,
Why are you
because
saying like this? You
yeah.
can't say that. It's a difficult
So
thing to
my
receive.
mother was
Yeah.
there with me, so they were like, "Who is she?" Like, don't meet her next time, essay. So yeah.
Keep the bad energy away from you. Okay, fine. Uh, when I have spoken to thousands of women about breast conservation versus mastectomy, and I have understood that there are three components to it. The first component is how I will look at myself when I look in the mirror if my whole breast is removed, how my partner will look at me, and how the society will look at me. In your experience, you have talked about how the society will look at me. That is one thing that was very. Was you looking at yourself ever a concern?
No, like I uh, I
I,
feel
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I will go one step behind and say how picky you are about how you look. Let's start from there.
okay. Okay. So about I'm more, picky about the. I can say what matters to me is the color combination, how my posture appears, and the rest. Rest, I'm like okay with it. So coming to the breast removal part, he said my it's good that it gets saved or it got saved, but not like. My first the priority was my health should be all right.
Yes,
If at
yes.
that time it that gets removed just so that your health stays good, I was okay with that. Coming to the partner part, yeah, that's a very I can say a sensitive thing. So you get a concern because society, though as it is here, there are mixed variety of people, but your partner, so your partner is another part of you only.
Yes.
So yeah, that was a small concern, and more than that, how do I even talk to him about it? कि ऐसा हुआ तो क्या? I knew कि मैंने बात किया तो he will be like all supportive totally. Radhika, I didn't marry you for all of this. I marry you for the person that you are. He told me the same thing. He was like, how did you even ask me this question?
Right.
But obviously me as a person, I would think कि यार कैसे लगेगा सामने वाले, like मेरे partner को, how would he feel? So talking about that in the right words and asking that question, that was the tough part. Like more than me and the society, having this conversation with him was a bit tough, thinking कि how would he feel?
Right. So yes, it was a subject of deliberation in your mind. Okay. Uh, it is definitely a very important topic, and not just, I mean, this is one topic where women across the globe have thought about, inspired, and encouraged doctors to ask the right questions. And now I'm very proud to say that in my practice, 80% of my breast cancer patients have their breasts saved because of all the technology advancements in drugs and everything. We can do that. And rest of the patients who don't get their breast conserved is, for two reasons. One is that cancer doesn't allow it, or they don't want it. So when I'm counseling a patient, I tell them that if I tell you that it is oncologically safe, it is surgically and cosmetically possible, and yet you tell me that I want it completely removed, it is your choice. It is right decision, cancer treatment wise. But I don't want you to stay in fear, irrespective of how many times I tell you. If you're going to stay in that fear that my breast is preserved, so my cancer is going to come back, that's not the right decision. It is probably better that you get your breast removed and we offer you breast reconstruction. Because when it comes to quality of life, the treatment of cancer has now shifted significantly from just increasing the length of life. It is all about quality of life also. So, in quality of life, not having the fear or anxiety about cancer recurrence is very important part. The other part is psychosexual aspect of any cancer treatment. So when you said that, you and Neeraj at least had a conversation, most couples don't. And when this topic comes, I remember having interacted with a very nice psychologist who was intimately working with a oncologist, a part of which was this. And she opened up those conversations for the couples, and it helped the couple a lot. And this is a very underestimated topic of our society. We anyways don't talk about this in our society. Then talking about it after a cancer journey is even more difficult, and we need to bring this up more and more through the doctors, through the psychologists, and obviously from patient advocates. Okay, so we were talking about your mindset, and you have clarified about the mindset of, surgery. How did you look at your surgery? And I can hopefully assume that you're now happy with the outcomes of your surgery, that your breast was preserved, and you look confidently in mirror, and you roam around in society confidently, right? Yes. So now coming to, you had told me an interesting story about uh, spiritual belief in taking chemotherapy and alternative medicines, or how it is looked at with Bhagwan Shankar in the picture. Tell me more about it.
So basically Shivji matlab okay. So when you are in any kind of problem, so in most of the people I have observed, including myself, that somehow when you are in a very big trouble, you often go to Shivji. Like
Right.
you get that power that yeah, Shivji Mahakal is there, and the words to it. So and previously we talked about chemotherapy, right? And what people think about it. So was told that chemotherapy is basically तुम एक जहर ले रहे हो अपने body में. So then my mom told me, like after they met me and they said chemotherapy is like मतलब ना तुम जहर लेने equivalent है वो. That was scary because I was going through it and imagining, oh my god, मेरे अंदर जहर जा रहा है या क्या है ऐसे. So उस time में my mom told me कि see even शिवजी लॉर्ड शिवजी जब वो मंथन हुआ था उस टाइम पे उन्होंने पूरा
Sagar Manthan,
हाँ
yes.
सागर मंथन तो उस टाइम पे उन्होंने पूरा जहर अपने इसमें ये किया था that made him stronger and like he is worshipped for that. And let me tell you, chemotherapy is not जहर, ठीक है, वरना डॉक्टर्स हमें रेकमेंड ही नहीं करते थे. So it's a medicine for you.
That is what your mom told you.
Yeah, my mom
Wow.
told me that it's a medicine for you, वरना डॉक्टर्स भी रेकमेंड नहीं करते थे.
Yes.
We trust them, right, for with this
Yes.
one. Yeah, okay. एंड देन along with this, अभी जैसे हम शिव जी को, so there's this belief, अभी मैं अगर शिव जी में बिलीव करती हूँ तो फिर उनको हम वो बेल पत्ता फल चढ़ाते हैं. So so people like even me, and we sought to go for those things also, कि हाँ बेल फल का जूस है, हम वो लेते हैं. there's ash card that is offered to him, even that provides coolness within, तो फिर हम वो लेते हैं. Even I used to have it every day. So with this thing, like, so this is like based entirely on the beliefs, right, कि हाँ हमने ये किया तो we'll get better. So but that never came in between our this entire treatment.
Yes.
Yeah, so treatment was ongoing, and we also did the things that we believed could, help us recover better. So that belief, the placebo that it played. So the point is कि हम we can, resort to other things until and unless you are not disturbing your main treatment journey.
Right.
So if that helps you, motivates you, so we can do that.
So
but
it was
don't
a
disturb the treatment.
supportive aspect rather than alternative to the aspect.
True.
Alternative to your treatment.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But I will just add an asterisk marks for our audience that it should be in consultation with your doctor. The reason I bring this out is that you believed in something very benign, very non-interfering thing, but there can be a lot of other things, and there is no limit to what things are available in the market with false reassurances. So when patients ask me that along with the treatment you are telling, can I take this? Can I take that? Uh, the most important thing I tell them is that whatever I am giving you has been proven in a very good exhaustive research, and that's why I can give you that confidently. What you are asking for is not with such kind of evidence, so whether it will help in your cancer or not is different. We don't know that. The other thing is we also don't know whether it is going to interfere in this treatment, which is research based and proven. So till this treatment is completed, don't take it.
Right.
After that, you are free to take whatever you want to take. We need good immunity. We need good health. We need, to a certain extent, placebo effects. We need discipline. For all that, whatever you do is nice after you have completed your main treatment. Let us not. There is a lot of uncertainty already. Let's not invite more. Right. Okay, now we want to talk about family. Okay, I will ask you something about your father, but I'm sure there have been other people, and I want you to tell any special examples you want to tell, how they helped. Like you already told about your sister that she took a major decision of staying with you during your treatment. So that was a very commendable thing. Tell me about your father. I have seen him never too worried, asking very specific questions about. He never asked questions about treatment. He asked that how I am going to manage the armamentarium or logistics around it. You give the treatment, I'll arrange everything else. This is the vibe I always got from him. So tell me more about your father.
Okay. So when we had the first consultation post diagnosis, so we came home, and he sat with me in the room. We cried for a very brief moment. He didn't cry, definitely, he had tears rolled up. And he took one page and wrote, I am a fighter. Just kept it in front of me near my bed. And then he was like, you're a fighter. We are, like, the entire family is a fighter. So we'll get out of it. Don't worry. We have the best team, the best doctors. The We have seen the staffing, like all the resources that you have, and whatever you'll need, you'll have everything. So don't even think about that. Focus on yourself. That was the thing. Even Gautam was a concern. So my mother-in-law were like, don't even like worry about Gautam. He has many people to love around. Yeah, I had a concern at that point that what if Gautam gets away from me if I'm not available for him emotionally? What would happen? So I used to cry about that a lot, but I couldn't put it in proper words to express. So, but I just saw that with the period and with having everyone around, he is a very, like I can say, he mingles and he is a better person. He has turned out to be a better person with all the people around him from the beginning. So then about like generally when such things happen, your in-laws family, like I have seen this in Indian society. Therefore, I'm bringing this out that if such diagnosis comes up at that time, there's a very different points that come up कि आपने हमें ऐसे पहले बताया नहीं था and then कि I used to like ओके हाँ सॉरी आपने हमें पहले ऐसे बताया नहीं अब पूरा डिस्टॉर्ट हो जाएगा स्केड्यूल पूरा डिस्टॉर्ट हो जाएगा सबका बेबी का कैसे बट आई वाज वेरी फॉर्चुनेट इनफ टू गेट सच इन लॉज फैमिली who are like do whatever you feel like doing whatever makes you happy be happy during the entire treatment it won't be easy we understand but if you want to stay here with mom dad stay if you want to come uh, for a few days you want to stay with us do that do whatever that makes you happy and keeps peace of mind
Right.
just do that so there's this when you make a movie so generally the stars are like the actors are highlighted in the poster but there's an entire supply chain around it may it be the doctors the entire staffing team we do talk about the doctors but the other administrative team of the hospital like everyone when they play their bits and parts that is when like you get completely like out of it so it's a supply chain it be family then some people not calling you is also a good thing for you some people coming to meet you is also a good thing for you so everyone when they play their part in such a way it is a very big supporting factor for you in this journey like for me in this journey.
Okay, and what about your confident in all the good things you do and your crimes, Neeraj? Yeah. How was he from the very beginning?
Neeraj, one thing about Neeraj is in the beginning when you know the first consultation that we had, he was not here.
Not here, yes. I think we spoke on phone
on
with
phone,
him.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So he was not here, and we did biopsy, right? And you called me for the results. You said, "Come, we'll discuss." So at that time, I was chatting with him and my sister on phone, and after coming home, I was already quite emotional. So I told Vaishnavi, please you tell him in your words. So he was not able to believe only. He's like, मेरे साथ में ऐसे मजाक मत करो तुम दोनों जन. We used to play pranks thoda. So he's like, don't play such prank. It's not good.
It's not in good taste.
Yeah. So he said no, it's true. So that time he said okay, मैं आता हूँ बोल के. Immediately he left. He came. So the first expression was he smiled. Hi Radhika, कैसी हो? And he just sat ऐसे हाथ रखा and he said he अपन दोनों partners है we will do everything you have to see this thing right the northern lights right we have many things in our list we have to do all of that so we'll do that don't worry about this and after that he used to come every weekend to Aurangabad.
Yes,
like
yes, I know.
every weekend.
We used to plan our consultations accordingly. So, Neeraj is also there.
Neeraj is also there, yeah. So every weekend he used to come. It was very hectic for him, but never on his face there did I see that. Like we had other projects ongoing with this. A new home was being under development, like so managing that his work, he's on a senior position, so you have to manage resources.
Yes.
Coming here, new baby, so he was managing everything, but he never asked me, कुछ हो रहा है क्या, दुख रहा है क्या? Never, we never spoke about this during the entire journey. It was like, कैसा लग रहा है, हो गया कीमो बराबर से, हो गया, ठीक है, यू वांट रेस्ट क्या, यू रेस्ट, विल टॉक अगेन लेटर. सो कभी हम फिर वापस कॉल पे भी रहे व्हेन ही इज इन मुंबई. सो उस टाइम पे वी वांटेड टू सी दैट कोरियन सीरीज, लाइक लेट्स प्ले एन एपिसोड ना, देखते हैं ये कैसा है. ही इज नॉट इनटू सीरीज एट ऑल, just for me. He used to come. So no discussion about this at all. So he was the person, without saying anything, he just treated me ekdam normally. Kabhi kabhi he used to fight also with me that you should have understood this, no, like just like any other day. So at that time, why are you shouting on me? So he's like, you are not gonna get any special treatment, you are no different person, okay. I was like, yeah, fair point, okay.
So, you wanted the whole society and the whole world not to treat you differently, and Neeraj gave you that bang on. Very
Without
good.
saying from the beginning.
Yes, very good, very good. A young lady just started her life, and we see that for 20s also, 30s also, you just started the life, but you were a young lady who was diagnosed with breast cancer. As we said, these diagnoses can be life altering. At that point, the many questions that come to mind, one of them is whether my child will have the same problem. And we encourage breast cancer patients to talk about the family history also, whether any elders have had in blood relation such cancers, because we want to know whether it is a hereditary cancer. The reason is that it changes the type of treatment we offer to the patients in certain ways. That is one thing. And the second thing is whether what we need to do about the blood relatives who have not had cancer yet but may have in future, and obviously children. So what were your thoughts all about it?
So I had this conception that uh, जिस फैमिली में कैंसर मतलब किसी को हुआ है वही फैमिली में होता है. सो बेसिकली इट इज हेरिडिटरी मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम, लाइक दैट वाज माय कंसेप्शन. सो व्हेन दिस केम आई स्टार्टेड क्वेश्चनिंग, इनको हुआ था कभी, ये डायग्नोसिस था, इनके पहले इनको हुआ था. सो मुझे
You
कहाँ से हुआ,
investigated.
या व्हाई मी, व्हाट हैपेंड, लाइक व्हाट डिड आई डू. सो लाइक वेरी
Yes,
ऑब्वियस क्वेश्चन.
yes.
And then I did clarify about Gautam in the very initial stage.
Right.
He इसको कुछ
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Then when the part came where we are supposed to this report results came, the genetic testing reports came, and I took out the report, and then I was reading, I was not understanding anything. And at that point, only that one point, I again took out Google. I was like, what is this, I'm not understanding anything. And the specific thing that, like the result that came out, that what gave me concern was, what if I too covered this part about Gotham, what about my sisters, I have three sisters. So where I went, it's like कि, what if मेरे वजह से मेरी sisters को हुआ तो, like
अच्छा.
if I speak that out loud, I find myself like, क्या बोल रही है? This is such a stupid, crazy question. But yeah, we do have such questions.
Right.
I cried with my sister only. That what if because of me, something happens to you? She's like, Gigi, you're acting a bit crazy. There's nothing like that. We'll talk to doctor.
I'm sure she wanted to say more, but she just said a bit crazy. Right. So, these are two very important questions. One is cancer, whether it is contagious or not. And the other is whether it is genetic, running in family, whether my blood relatives and children will have it, and who is that person because of which I am having it. It's a very common thing. The first most important thing is that of all the breast cancers, only 5 to 10% are actually family history related or hereditary. Okay. Rest 90 to 95% are not. So we need to understand that it is a disease of women, but also men can have it. So out of 100 breast cancer diagnoses, One is a man and 99 are women. So it is there, but it is very rare. Okay, that's one thing. The second thing is that it is a disease of aging. As the age increases, the risk of breast cancer increases. But these are 5 to 10% women who will have it because of genetic mutations. Okay, now genetic mutation can happen without it coming from your parents also. Okay, so genetic cancers are a bit more, but the heredity you really have to investigate. But as I said, we don't talk about this disease. So many people say, no, I don't have any family history. But once they have given this answer, they go and investigate, and then they come to know कि अरे नहीं इनको था उनको था. Most of the times they are distant relatives and probably not significant, but they find out. That is because we don't regularly speak about it. uh, if patient gets breast cancer or any kind of cancer and they are okay, they feel, why, what is the need of telling me? We don't tell the positive stories. And if something negative has happened, they tell it very late or once somebody has died because of it. So, but the hereditary cancers are only 5 to 10%. The other part is it is not contagious. Okay, you thought of it in the context of Gotham. You probably did not think about other family members. Your was specifically for Gotham. I have had calls from elderly patients who said, मेरे वजह से मेरे नाती को हो जाएगा क्या, घर के दूसरे लोगों को हो जाएगा क्या. A very minority, but still reality is some cancer patients are put in a separate room and they are not allowed to eat together. It does happen. And sometimes we have to counsel the patient's relatives also. It is not a contagious disease. You're not going to get it. And we very funnily and laughingly tell them, what would have happened to me? I come in contact with so many cancer patients. I don't get cancer. It is not. And somehow then they start believing, oh, doctor is cancer free, so it is not contagious. But they need such example, you know. So no, it is not contagious, it is not hereditary, and Google is definitely not an answer. We can again reiterate that. Okay. uh, Now we come to an interesting thing I want to know. When you paint, there is a mindset and perspective which you're bringing to the canvas, right? Have you found any changes in your paintings before cancer diagnosis and after that? Because I tell my patients that, you know, I have a patient who paints during her cancer treatment also. You know, it's a very proud thing that I tell my patients. You have been painting all throughout your treatment. What was the difference? Or there was no difference?
So I think talking about painting, it all goes with what goes on in your mind, how you are being. That way, the painting changes. So before that, I had just before this diagnosis during pregnancy, I had painted a 7 horse painting, which is like a good luck painting kind of. So that was like something new, aggressive, a challenging thing for me. I like that's not my genre, kind of. So during this journey, I kind of became more self-reflecting, more spiritual. So this journey gave me, actually, it gave me a good time. Just like COVID, where you got some free time for yourself. You are prioritizing yourself, like the sentence, listen to your body. So I actually started uh, meditating more. I had heard पहले meditate करना चाहिए, but now I got the essence of it. I got that much time for myself. I used to meditate thrice a day and explore different things. What worked for me, what made me feel good, and I started listening to my body literally. Like I'm repeating this, I think for the 10th, 12th time.
We'll do it
But
100 times, no problem.
but it's like if my body says it needs rest, yeah, you want some kind of glucose sugar in your body, have that, do that, and then if you want to rest, do that. And meditation gives you a very so I think it works very well along with your treatment. It sets a different mindset for you. you become more open to listening. So there are like many benefits I can say to that. And then vipassana just few days before, and then continuing with a different type of meditation techniques, like you have yog nidra and the things that you can easily do during the journey. So that helped me along with the treatment. It kept my mindset positive bit better, and gave me broader perspective, like time to look into the broader perspective. So I self introspected myself, and that is what got reflected in the paintings also. So I drew this, like the butterfly thing. It's a artistic concept. So it gives like just what do you say, be creative and spread your wings along. You're just exploring, so just like butterfly. So that was like one thing. So I tried new art forms during that period, like texture art. That was new for me. Then I took time on this big 6 by 3 painting. Even I had never painted on such big canvas. And the concept behind that was the chakras painting, the 7 chakras. And so you told me that your mom is like pretty much into such spiritual realms also,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So during that period, I got to study about the 7 chakras, the meditation related to that, and that got reflected in the that piece of painting. So the 7 chakras and the vibes around it. So with that painting, like that is what I did in the entire journey, and that got reflected in the painting. So it's basically what I was going through, what I dealt with, that got out into the paintings.
Beautiful. Okay, we are going to show your paintings to the world now. Right. Okay. One interesting question I have for your radiation treatment, which was, you have to go daily. I think you went alone. There was nobody with you. Few times,
Few times.
right? And you had told me before starting it, oh, I can go alone,
I
right?
can,
I
yeah,
can
yeah,
go and I can read and everything. You must have sat in those OPDs looking at all cancer patients.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because this department only has cancer patients. What did your thick glasses show you?
So the reason kind of to go alone, which many people could do, is like um, there comes a point during the journey, because some days feel very long. So like जैसे बोलते हैं ना, दिन कटते कटता नहीं है, kind of. So I feel burdened kind of on the entire family. यार सबका टाइम टेबल मेरे वजह से रुक गया है, it's distorted. पीपल, मेरे मॉम, मेरे हस्बैंड, पापा, क्या क्या करते थे उस टाइम पे, नाउ दे आर इन्वेस्टिंग दैट टाइम इन मी
Yes.
एंटायरली. सो इट फील्स हेवी, ह्यूज बर्डन, नॉट ओनली ऑन शोल्डर, सीधा इधर. तो उस केस में विद दैट द थॉट केम टू माई माइंड, आई विल गो टू द ट्रीटमेंट अलोन, आई कैन मैनेज इतना भी. एंड वहाँ पे जाने के बाद में यू गेट टू सी ए वैरायटी ऑफ पेशेंट्स. सो आई, मैं इतना इंटरैक्ट नहीं करती थी सबके साथ में, बिकॉज यू डोंट नो किसका बोलना कभी तुमको किस तरीके से अफेक्ट हो जाए. आई जस्ट यूज टू ऑब्जर्व पीपल.
Hmm.
बट देर आई सॉ मेरे से भी छोटे से लेके एकदम एल्डरली, लाइक टचिंग 70s. So like the discussions that they had in between the waiting time, during the waiting time. So that was like वहाँ पे ये एक you get a temporary friend circle kind of thing. You wait and then अब तुम्हारा बारी आने वाला है, या अब मेरा आएगा. कितना टाइम चलता है तुम्हारा? बोले इतना इतना चलता है. ओके, कब से है? देन you get delve into
Yes.
each other's journey,
Journey, yeah.
एंड यू गेट फ्यू इंसाइट एक दूसरे के पास से भी.
Hmm.
इट्स लाइक मैंने तो मेडिटेट किया था. मैं तो शुरुआत में थोड़ा घूमने जाया करता था, मुझे फ्रेश लगता था. सो यू गेट टू
Hmm.
हियर अदर स्टोरीज
Yes.
ऑल्सो एट दैट टाइम. सम यूज टू गेट स्केर्ड. जब
Hmm.
फर्स्ट डे रहता है
Hmm.
रेडिएशन का, न्यू थिंग, व्हाट इफ द मशीन comes on you, like एक जन का क्वेश्चन था ऐसे वहां पे, ऐसी
Hmm.
मशीन तुम्हारे आंख पे आ जाती है क्या,
Hmm.
like do you feel pain when I cried one day before my radiation thing. I was scared
Oh,
कि
okay.
what would happen? मेरा skin जल जाएगा क्या ये होंगे? So there were conceptions अलग
Right.
अलग. So basically वहाँ पे बैठे बैठे I got to see very different perspective लोगों के. What who thinks what, and yeah, it was a unique thing, temporary circle that you have.
But very important thing about this is the uh, belief in those people, their experience will come very naturally because this person is going through something like me. There will be 10,000 people coming and telling you this and that, but they have not experienced it personally.
Personally,
These
yeah.
people have.
Right.
So you tend to easily believe on them. You get a kind of solidarity that, there is someone like me and my journey is reflected here also. And you also learn new things that, okay, I can deal with this problem like this. You telling your journey must have inspired many people when you were talking to them. Oh, I can do this. Oh, see, people are doing this also, why shouldn't I do that? That must have been a very unique experience for you and people whom you spoke with.
About like there's this one thing that I think is important is journey mein is like you having faith in your doctor is one thing, but coming out to your doctor with the things that you feel like you should come out to your doctor with small things. You might feel that it is small, maybe it might not be relevant, but coming out to them, it definitely puts you in a better picture. I mean, yeah, you get enlightened with new things that might help you during the journey. So the point is like come out to your doctor, and once I asked my doctor again that hey, what if this occurs again? I'm scared about that. So he replied to me that okay, while you were coming to meet me, did you think that, oh, what if a car crashes into me right now? What if I'm getting down and the tree falls? What if the building falls? Have you thought about it? No. Then why think about this? That what if it comes back again? Have faith in yourself. You're having faith in me. Have faith in yourself also. That I am now like this is again a new life that has been given to me. Take it in a good direction, and if some things are bound to happen, they could happen, but faith in yourself first, most, and the second is have faith in the doctor and the team that you're getting treated under. That plays a very big role. Then no, like with that I experienced that there are no like further questions. आपने मुझे ये ऐसे क्यों लगाया, ये क्यों है,
Yes.
ये ऐसा क्यों है. So then when you start delving into it, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever this is, I am getting better with this. So with this perspective, things got easier, I can say.
Exactly. So there is one less thing to worry about, whether you are at the right place and under the right treatment or not. And it gives you a lot of positive energy to come out nicely through that treatment. And we have to talk about it because of the uncertainties, questions, side effects. These are all realities. But we have to take a conscious decision to battle with them, win over them, and get on the other side of the treatment. And that's why the faith is very important. A very important point. I have one last thing to ask you. Based on all your experience, not just of cancer or diagnosis or treatment, but from your life, what is one thing you would like to tell a lady who does not have breast cancer at this moment, but being a lady has a lifetime risk of having developing it in future? Uh, so, what will you tell that lady? And what is your one message for women who are starting or undergoing treatment right now?
Okay, so basically, for we women out there, I can say we have many aspirations, and there are many. I can say our life is also quite a roller coaster. We get say we choose to get married, then we choose to have a kid. with that we balance our career. So there's a lot of start and stop
Yes.
pauses are there. Take and even I was one of them that I used to feel, oh my god, now I'll take I'm choosing to have a baby, now there will be a break in my career. I will not be able to focus, now I'll have to keep my child, my family first. It's a very like you do
Natural
have,
thing to
yeah.
come. Yes.
So with this we can with this pauses we can take this as an opportunity to self reflect, because at times you don't get or you don't take a time or pause to reflect on yourself, and that is very very important, to reflect on myself. Okay, setting my priorities not only once but setting it in every set of time, say every 6 months or maybe a year. Set your priorities again, that hey, now I'll invest my time in this, now I'm planning to do this, so how will I manage my other things accordingly. So with this pauses we can take this as an opportunity to reflect and then give a proper direction to ourselves again, because we have been given with that what do you say, responsibility and the power to deal with such pauses in life. So let's take that as a this thing, an opportunity to reflect on our life again and then give a direction again. So like that is one thing. Second is it's very scary to even think about examine. Why should I even examine? I'm so young, even I did that. So but you need to self examine yourself, and the moment like we when we build that habit, it becomes actually better for us. God knows why that day I did that examination and then it came out in a few days. What if I had not done it? What if it didn't pain? It could have gone worse. So it's scary, but just do a self examination every time, and yeah, it's good to do so. And don't stop on anything that you are doing. Like while doing these things, like keep chasing your dreams. That is what I mean to say. Nothing stops that, nothing ever. And for the women who are going through this, say they have started their journey, um, we tend to feel that yeah, I should share this with someone, because I don't know, I'm not confident enough to take any decision, or I don't know if I'm the right person to. But this is the time to self reflect and um see yourself from a new perspective, explore yourself more. You will find more reasons to believe in yourself. That's a very good opportunity, in fact, because health and becomes your first priority. You get more time to rest. So instead of thinking about, oh my god, now I took this chemo, what if, do I am I having any kind of blisters, am I feeling nauseous? So instead of going on that path, let's explore that. Okay, what do I feel? Say you can meditate, or you can do things that you love. So that way, I mean, instead of worrying about what could go wrong, take this as an opportunity, embrace it, and then find what uh, you want to do and what you can do better in this period. So after during this entire journey, I got to see myself a bit more courageous than before, stronger, calmer. My inspiration is MST. So I find even if I become 10% calmer like him, I'll be able to, take big shots in life. So yeah, take this as an opportunity to grab all those qualities that you wanted to build in yourself, and you can. So and cancer journey is not very what do you say, as scary as we think about it, provided we come out at the right time, to the right people, and take steps for ourselves, and definitely celebrate the small small things. If you are done with chemo, celebrate it in the way you want. I used to bake cake a day before the chemo, after during the day, and the next day, like after chemo, we used to have that cake together, and it tasted so delicious, so yummy. I mean, it seemed as the best thing I could bake. Then we went out to before surgery. We went out to have ice cola and the things that I like before radiation, after radiation. Just went out for a day or two. So celebrate small wins. Even this was a big lesson for me that in our normal life we kind of forget celebrating the small wins. So it's important to celebrate every small wins that you have, because it's ultimately those moments that you treasure with yourself. We did this, we did that, and yeah, that matters.
How nice. So, Radhika here is telling all the healthy women to not shy away from or not get scared of by doing a breast self examination, meeting your doctor once in a year, and if they tell them a screening, ultrasound, mammogram, whatever your doctor tells you, but don't shy away from it. Stay very focused on maintaining your health, but also stay uh, confident about knowing your own breasts. And that is very important. I keep telling my healthy patients who don't have any cancers that if you keep on doing breast self examination, you will tell better than a doctor how your breasts are changing and how something is scary or not. So that's a very important point. And about cancer patients going on a journey, take it as an opportunity to discover yourself, and if you look within yourself, you will find the power you never realized you had. That's a very important point you have brought out, Radhika. And the second thing, celebrate your small wins. Your victory is a combination of all your small wins you have throughout your journey. So celebrate each win, and it will make the victorious celebration even grandeur. Radhika, thank you so much for agreeing to come up and speak up with the most intimate part of your journey, the fears and the wins you had, talking about your partner, your family as strength, what you should do, what you should not do, what works. These are things which are very close to your heart. You will not, probably talk to any other person, but you came on camera and spoke about it with a thought and with a purpose of helping out more and more cancer patients as well as healthy women to be less scared, more aware, and talking more about it. This was very important. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity. And I feel fortunate to have met you from the beginning of this journey.
Thank you. My pleasure.
About like there's this one thing that I think is important is journey mein is like you having faith in your doctor is one thing, but coming out to your doctor with the things that you feel like you should come out to your doctor with small things. You might feel that it is small, maybe it might not be relevant, but coming out to them, it definitely puts you in a better picture. I mean, yeah, you get enlightened with new things that might help you during the journey. So the point is like come out to your doctor. And once I asked my doctor again that, hey, what if this occurs again? I'm scared about that. So he replied to me that, okay, while you were coming to meet me, did you think that, oh, what if a car crashes into me right now? What if I'm getting down and the tree falls? What if the building falls? Have you thought about it? No. Then why think about this? That what if it comes back again? Have faith in yourself. You're having faith in me. Have faith in yourself also.